I'm Lisa Birnbach for Howdini.com. You know, sometimes when you're watching TV, it seems like the whole world needs Viagra, at least if you're watching commercials. Men's sexual health, how to maintain it. Is there such a syndrome as male menopause? One hears about it in the media, but I don't know if it's real or not.
Well, the answer to that is yes and no. You know, menopause in women is the specific day when they stop having their menstrual cycle. So in men, there's no specific day when they stop producing testosterone. Beginning at the age of 30, your testosterone is decreased by about 1% each year. And as a result, that cumulative effect of decreased testosterone can become evident later in life. There are symptoms of fatigue, decreased libido, erectile dysfunction, loss of muscle mass, loss of appetite, depression.
When men go to the doctor to check on their maleness, it's usually libido and erectile function that they go for, and they can be prescribed one of these drugs that advertises so heavily.
Right, well, because those symptoms are very specific. When a man sees that he's having difficulty with an erection or has a loss of sexual appetite, those are very concerning, and those are things that typically get a man into the doctor's office. And what we need to know about erectile dysfunction in particular is that there's an interesting history behind that. For most of last century, up until the 1980s, people always thought erectile dysfunction was a mental condition. But now we know that the vast majority, probably 60 or 70% of men with erectile dysfunction, it's physical. And the vast majority of those are related to cardiovascular disease.
Aha, so there should be no stigma.
No stigma at all. And in fact, it's just another reason why men should be very conscientious about preventative management. So for instance, making sure your cholesterol is under control, making sure your sugar is under control, because those are the things that are going to lead to cardiovascular disease.
Now, what about those drugs, the ED drugs, Viagra, Cialis?
Well, of course, as you pointed out, everyone's tried those. They're very enticing drugs. And the way those drugs work is that in order for it to get an erection, the male penis, the arteries in the penis have to dilate, blood rushes in, and then the veins kind of close behind it to hold the blood in place. And so that's what gives the penis its rigidity. And those type of medicines like Viagra, the way they act is that they help the blood vessels dilate, the arteries dilate so blood can go in, and they help those veins close off to hold the blood there. So if you're a man who has significant atherosclerosis, so plaque buildup in your arteries, that's preventing blood from flowing into the penis, Viagra can help dilate those arteries so the blood can get in there and help you get that erection.
Hey there. Are you satisfying your partner well enough? Do you get on top of the world, or do you get drained like a dry well during sex? In either case, you need to boost your sex drive. I recommend you try out Virity Ex. The secret to Virity Ex's power is the powerful herbal formula, which has been specifically developed to increase the strength and longevity of your erection to maximize pleasure for yourself as well as your partner. The sex is great, but with Virity Ex, you turn great sex into amazing sex. Get the link to the product in the description below.